Good day, good morning, good night, whatever it is for you guys. For me, it's morning/night. It's 1 a.m., but it is what it is. Took a 2 day break off making videos. Sometimes you just need 2 days off. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm too hard on myself, but I've been doing videos like 6 days, 7 days. So I feel like maybe do it 5 days, take 2 days off. But the whole point is making these videos, making this my full-time job, right? Like my full-time job is this. It isn't some job I don't want to be at. It is my dream, right? And that's the whole idea of these. All I try to help people is just to really make your passion your full-time job. Make it your identity now, not when this and whatever the hell happens. No, make it now. And when you do it now, you embody that version of you now, because it's all right now. Time is not linear, right? So it's not this, and this. It's just here existing right now simultaneously with the reality or the identity or the version of you that you're embodying right now. That version of you exists. It's waiting for you to tap in. So like for a while, making these videos, slacking, that's this version of me was just waiting for me to tap in, and I tapped in and I made the decision, the conscious decision to be now, to finally allow this version of me to be me, to allow this to be my full time, because that's what it is. Your passion is your full time job. And it doesn't even feel like a job because you're passionate about it, right? And that's the goal, but don't settle. Show that you really want it. No matter what, keep showing up. So you got shit to do. You got a craft to keep crafting, guys. It's 1 a.m., man. I'm in a safe city, though, so I'm not really tripping. I grew up here. But I just wanted to make a video, that you are really just awareness. You really are. And if you know, you know. You can only perceive the vibration you're of. So you'll see as more as you've come to know yourself at a spiritual level, beyond all the meanings that we've given ourselves, but beyond all the perceptions even that we thought that we were, because most of the time how we're perceived by other people, whether it's our parents or our peers, we're able to feel that and pick it up. So sometimes subconsciously we'll identify with those perceptions of what they have of us. But that's not you. That's just only how they perceive you to be. You can only perceive someone as far as you've come to know yourself. So really no one will ever really know the real you, only you. So it matters not what people perceive you to be. It matters not for you to even need that validation and for them to finally see you in the light that you see yourself. You know what I mean? Don't try to change people's perceptions. It doesn't matter. What matters and what is your job is for you to just do you. That's really it. So what I was saying though is that when you become more aware, when you raise your awareness through breathing and meditating, right? When you start to really develop a higher consciousness beyond the mind, beyond the chatter, because we grow up and we identify with our mind, with our sense of self, our ego, and then we're in that lower level of consciousness of attaching and thinking everything is separate, thinking that you're the body, thinking you're the mind, and just kind of going in a circle and not allowing yourself to attain a higher level of consciousness or even an awareness because of what we're led to believe reality to be. But that's why I am a firm believer that we go through trauma, we go through experiences that really just say, wake up. Like, you remember that you are so much more than this name, than this perception. You're so much more than the trauma. You're so much more than the limiting beliefs, than your identity, than your body. All this, you are so much more. You are so infinite. And when you really remember that, so humbling because it's no longer I am a human experiencing the world through his body. It's no, you are it all. And having to have forgotten that you are all it is, experiencing this form temporarily in this human experience. So I developed a whole new meaning through my shift in consciousness, and just real. It's just beautiful. I used to think that, and Jim Carrey said this, that it just hit the spot on, but it's no longer, I used to think that it was Josh experiencing the universe. You know what I mean? But no, it is the universe, you as a universe, as infinite, experiencing Josh. It's me as the universe experiencing this form in this lifetime. So whatever you are in this lifetime, you are the universe experiencing and remembering it through this form. Just as we're all part of the universe through different forms, we're just remembering itself. So you could say we're the universe experiencing itself truly through infinite forms in order to what? Become to know itself. So that it really plays with dualism. Even Ram Dass said this. He said, was it the one that created the many of us in order to come to know itself? Because there's no way that a one could experience itself. You know, what metaphor do you want to use? Was it the apple? You know, the Big Bang, whatever. It just is, the God, the universe, you as God, as infinite, you just are. And maybe you can't fully remember and comprehend how powerful you as God, as creation, as one with creation. It's not your job to fully remember that, because you wouldn't be so immersed in this human experience. But knowing that you are beyond this human experience, beyond the mind that we think that is us. A lot of us think thoughts and think and think and think, and we never get to clear our mind because we just think that it's normal. A lot of us think that we are the thoughts that we are thinking, but that's not true, because everything is connected. Most of the time you can be feeling someone else's thoughts, because thoughts are things. They go out and into your energetic field, and then when you're out in reality, you're colliding. Like, I'll be at work, bro. I'll be at work, and I could feel and sense someone thinking. You could feel like a energy disturbance. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like you can pick up. Perfect example is if you are with someone you are very close to, right? A friend. All of a sudden your jinx say the same shit at the same time. Oh, jinx, what the hell? You guys are connected. You guys are colliding. Your energetic fields. Thoughts are things. So you guys are thinking the thoughts before you speak them physically, and the thoughts go out. And you could pick up on that if you're very connected and receptive to that person's energy. And then you could feel their thoughts, if you will. It's a pretty cool thing when you really realize that there is more than this physical reality. When you're able to really tap into it and really understand the interconnectivity of this reality, you can do cool stuff that people would call magic. You could hear people's thoughts, telepathy. You could just, even objects, right? Everything carries an energy. So there's a lot of memories. For example, a lot of people chill at this park, so around the bench, around this, if you were really to go around it and tap in, you could feel other people's energies, maybe memories that they made here. It's just objects hold data, if that makes sense. They carry memories, right? And that's why psychics could go to a person's house, pick up a photo, and really feel that energy tied to that, right? That object, or pick up an antique or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because again, everything is energy, it's light, it's vibrating. When you are aware that everything is connected and nothing is separate, you could do things again that we would call magic. So you could feel that object and see what was linked to that, right? The energy that's associated with that object. I don't know why I'm going on a tangent, but I mean, shit, the more you know, right? But it's just truly understanding how infinite you are and how you're not the body. Truly, it's just a form, a vehicle for your consciousness. But I just learned so much through meditation, with plant medicine, whatever, that, that identity, that sense of self, the one that your parents said, settle down, honey, this is real, this is how it is, this is you. It gives way that that's only relatively real, right? There are many types of planes of awarenesses of our realities. So on one level, you are this name that you were given, sure. But then on another level, a plane of awareness of consciousness, you are the infinite self, the universe experiencing itself, remembering itself bit by bit. Because we really aren't the mind. We really aren't the thoughts on the chatter and the labels and the meanings, blah, blah, blah. Hell no. Because you really see that all the labels and the meanings you've given everything, you made by being born, and then you have an experience. So really, we're having a series of experiences which are a vehicle for our consciousness, right? So which are vehicles for our awakening, if you will. These series of experiences that we go through, they are for our awakening, to awaken out of the illusion of separation, truly. Out of the illusion that we're separate from each other, from totality, the universe, whatever. And remembering how connected everything is, and how you are more than the thoughts and the labels and the meanings that you've given everything through growing up. And, since you were a kid, you just, what's this, Mom? What's this, Dad? You know what I mean? Just, what is this? They tell you what it is. It's like, okay, you gave it a label. You gave it a meaning. And that's your subconscious, right? And that's why I always say tap into your subconscious. That's because we were so connected to our subconscious as a kid, making labels and meanings, attaching to those labels and meanings and identities that we pick up of, and we make identities. So we'll go out in reality through social interactions, whether it's with your peers or your family or whatever. And growing up, you will develop a sense of identity between you and your peers. But again, we will cling to that, thinking that is me. That is me and that is you. Again, that's an illusion. Beyond the labels, you're beyond this form. You are awareness. You are awareness experiencing itself, remembering itself. You are quite literally the energy that flows through you. The chi, the kundalini, the formless. That is you. So, when you are awakened, when you really truly have this spiritual awakening, it isn't the mind that is awakening, right? It is you awakening out of the illusion that you were the mind in the first place. You feel me? It is you awakening out of these illusions that we've made, out of these labels. Because really the universe is fundamentally neutral. There is no meaning to anything other than the meaning that we've given it. So you awaken out of these meanings and see that it is meaningless, truly. And you don't give it so much of a meaning and of an attachment, of it, so much of an emphasis, and you just let go, and it never really mattered so much. You just thought it did. So that's why you don't like something, change your perception. Give it a good meaning. Give it a good perception, because really everything is neutral. Again, so nothing is so serious. Nothing is so, there is light. There is love. Just waiting for you to tap on into and experience more of. You just gotta go within and remember this deeper truth, this real you, throughout that cloggage, the baggage, if you will, of our thoughts and our fake identities, our ego. You are just awareness observing itself. So you truly are the awareness observing this body, observing the thoughts, observing these emotions, this human experience. Right? Us as humans, through this human experience, we really have these emotions, and we really allow these emotions to move us, whether it be in a bad way or a good way. But a lot of us take this human experience so seriously, right? We emphasize with it so much, with these emotions, because that's really what this is. We are empathic beings, right? But when you raise your awareness and don't identify or even attach so much to these emotions, to this human experience, again, remembering that you are the awareness observing these human emotions, you feel me? And through remembering that you are awareness of being aware of itself, you don't gotta identify and attach to it. So if something bad happens in the day, a normal human experience, oh, fuck this, you know what I mean? Like, why me? I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm irritated. You see what I mean? That instead of identifying with it through the perception of you being limited and powerless, and really clinging to the human experience of, I am this, I am sad, I am anxious, you know what I'm saying? You are awareness is what you are. That's the highest, right? The highest level of awareness. That's a higher consciousness. So don't stoop to the lower level of consciousness of attaching to these emotions of the human experience. Rather, remember you are the awareness observing everything that you are, or even everything that you think you are. So when something bad happens, remembering that you are awareness, the energy that flows through you, it starts to humble you. Something bad will happen. Oh, I'm awareness. You observe it, you let it go. You don't get mad. You choose to get mad, or you choose to let it go, because that's how aware you are. You could choose to identify with that emotion, that negative energy, or you could choose to observe it and be aware, because you are awareness, and let it go and know that it doesn't have any meaning over you. You don't have to allow anything to take the power over you, because you are in control, truly. Of course, don't try to control so much in the sense of the ego, trying to control things so that it could be a certain way, so that you could be happy or whatever. No, I'm saying you have control in the sense of taking your power back to create your reality, to shift your mental state, to heal your form, to heal your vessel, to heal your mind, as above so below, to really heal your spiritual connection with self and higher self. You have the power. You have the power to switch timelines and what you want to experience. But that's your control, right? You have control. But I mean, that's the control of the spiritual being. Now that's a different way, right? The control of the ego is a different thing, because the ego likes to control and like has to have it this way. It has to be this way. Otherwise it isn't okay. It has to, So the ego thinks that it's never okay unless this happens, but you, the real you, as awareness, as eternal spiritual being, knows that nonetheless you're okay. So that's the difference of control. So, through this awakening, through this remembrance, because we really did go through amnesia, incarnating ourselves here in this human plane, to really forget to really forget how eternal we are, right? How infinite we are, so that again we could be so immersed in this human experience. It feels so real. It feels so wow. But through all these heartaches, through everything happening, right? It is only bringing you closer to the real you, to your higher self, to the highest you. It is only bringing you closer to your spiritual self, to the awareness that you really are, beyond the thoughts and beyond the identities again and the labels we've given everything and of ourself. Because if you really truly believe that you are stuck, if you really truly believe that you're talentless, if you really truly believe that you're ugly, that you are not worthy, that you are just not good at whatever, right? That is your own ego, your own thoughts, your own labels, your own meanings that you have given it. It's an illusion that you decide to live in, that you decide to cling to, but it's not you. The real you, again, is awareness. It is just pure awareness. There is no judgment. There's no fear. It just is. And when you really truly get yourself to that level of consciousness of awareness, it feels freeing. It feels blissful. It feels liberating. You don't feel attached to anything. You don't feel attached to even an identity. You just are observing itself. You see that everything in this universe, this reality, it's a happening, right? It's just a happening. And when you meditate, you look at things happen, but you don't judge it. It's like you listen to a sound. You don't judge it. You just listen. You are aware of it. So awareness doesn't judge. It just is. It's neutral. That is the real you. You are just energy. There's no words to describe it when you really truly keep going and questioning it, right? Because humans really love that, the meaning or the question of what is the meaning of this, right? We cling to that so much. So what is the meaning to this? Maybe it just has the exquisite beauty of being. Maybe there necessarily isn't so much of a point, but we make our point, right? We make our meaning. It sounded like a snake, but it was like the sprinkler turning on. So basically, ultimately, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, it just is. It ain't going anywhere. You're connected to it at all times. You are it. You're a part of it. Beyond this human identity experience. Again, knowing that is so powerful. It's so freeing. It's so humbling. Because you get yourself out of that victim mentality, truly. And you really see that things are happening for you and not to you. Hold on, I'm hearing sounds and I'm like, fuck that. I don't know what that is, but I'm going. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if that's a coyote. I just don't know. And I'm not gonna take the chance. I got spooked. Do you blame me? It's 2 a.m. I think it was just windy and it was blowing. The fucking door closed. I got freaked the fuck out. I'm dead. I'm like, I'm going. I'm not staying to see whatever the fuck that is. But, I think it was just windy. And it was blowing the fence. And kind of making it... Bro, it was just trippy because there was no sound at all. And then out of nowhere, you just hear a clinging of the fence. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going. Anyways. It totally fucked up my fucking spiritual video. No, not really. It's more of like a vlog. That's why I like making these videos, because it's a vlog. And it's a guidance channel. But I'm going to end it here. I love you guys. Just drop some comments if you want some videos. If you got some more ideas. Because, I got a whole plethora of ideas that I'm going to do. But if you, don't want to see something that I haven't been doing or whatever, go ahead and let me know. But, yeah, I love you guys. Remember, you are awareness of being aware of itself. Remembering itself. Truly. There's no words to describe it, really. It's like an only you know, right? When you really, truly reach this level of consciousness. Right? It's literally, if you know, you know. So, just keep doing you. Keep meditating. Keep breathing. Keep clearing the mind. And the more you do that, the more you really will and unlock that inner voice that you really are, right? The more that you will remember the awareness that you really are. Beyond the thoughts. Because a lot of us, again, are just always thinking and thinking and thinking. How can they attain a higher level of consciousness? How can they raise their awareness if they're just never taking the time to still their mind, to separate? Because really, we think that we are the mind. It's hard for us to differentiate between the two, right? Between the mind and the awareness, the observer. So know that you aren't the mind, but you are truly the observer, observing the thoughts, observing this form, observing this reality, whatever. The real you is just watching, it is looking, it is not judging, it's just being, and that is you. Beyond any meaning, any labels, blah, blah, blah. You get it. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. I kind of like these driving videos, I'm not going to lie. It's cool. But I got to focus on driving, so I'll see you. Namaste, Lydia, as a mof. You already know.